Hello, and welcome to another Sutton Group Realty Services webinar. This month, we're going to show you some powerful apps and tools you can use to go paperless. In this digital age, it makes sense to put everything online, but where should you start? Today, I will show you the best ways to transition from paper to paperless, including how to use Docusign. If paper is working for you, you might be asking why you should bother adopting a new way of business. Well, going paperless has many benefits. Number one, it saves you time. You won't have to take as many trips to the fax machine or printer because everything is on your computer or tablet. You can also organize your documents into folders at the click of a button. And you can use the search bar to search for the documents you're looking for. You definitely can't do that with a paper document. Two, it saves you money. Once you've reduced or eliminated paper documents, you will no longer need to buy paper regularly, buy folders, or storage for all of your papers. Not to mention the money you're saving on the time it takes you to sift through all the documents and find the one you're looking for. Three, it will give you peace of mind. You'll also have the freedom to take last-minute meetings because you'll have access to all the important documents you might need. You'll never have to worry about forgetting anything ever again. Four, you're helping the environment. Every year, the business sector uses the equivalent of 4 billion trees worth of paper. That's an average of 10,000 pieces of paper every single year per person. So what apps and tools can you use to easily transition to a paperless business? The first one we're going to talk about is digital signing. Digital document signing is always a hot topic in real estate. As you can see here, using an e-signature app takes 10% of the time and effort when compared to signing physical documents. Document signing apps are great because you can send the document to everybody that needs to sign it in the order that they need to sign it. Anytime you update anything on the document, the newest version is stored, and it can also be sent to anybody that needs to review the changes. With paper documents, you could have 3 or 4 versions of the exact same contract, and it can be very confusing to know which one is actually the correct version. There are hundreds of digital document signing apps out there, so we've put together the 3 highest rated apps online. If you use a different one, that's definitely okay, but here are the most popular ones. There's Dotloop, Docusign, and Authentisign. If you like another one, you can comment in the comments to share with your fellow agents what you like and why you like it more than one of these. All 3 of these are easy to use and they cater to the real estate industry, which is key. Dotloop also allows you to create forms in the app and save them as templates, which is really nice. Docusign allows you to put strikes through parts of the contract that you may want to remove or alter. You can't do that in these other 2, so that's a really good feature of Docusign. Authentisign is 100% Canadian, so if you like to have that 100% Canadian brand with everything you use, this is the one for you. It also works really well with documents stored in Dropbox. I'm going to play you a quick video on how to use Docusign because we've had quite a few requests for this one. If you want to see how the other ones work, I will include a couple of links in the description box below.
When using the new Docusign experience, sending a real estate contract or addendum is quicker and easier than ever. To send out a document to a seller or a buyer, click on the New button from the home screen and select Send a Document. Alternatively, click on the Documents tab, select New, and then Send a Document. You can upload a file from your computer, or if you use one of the cloud storage providers, you can select one of the options provided, Drive. Once you've uploaded the document, the next step is to add the recipients, such as the buyer or seller, that need to either sign the document or receive a copy of the document. Enter in the recipient's name and email, and if there are multiple buyers or sellers, click Add Recipient and continue the process until all recipients have been added. Make sure to set the specific recipient role. The most commonly used options are Need to Sign, if the recipient has any action on the document, Receives a copy, if they just need to receive a read-only file, Needs to View, if the recipient needs to open the document before it routes to the next recipient, and Specify Recipients. This is where a recipient can fill in the name and email address of an individual who is either at the same position or later in the document signing order. If you've worked with the recipient before, you could also select Add from the contacts and select a person from your address book. You can also designate a routing order. The recipients can either receive the document simultaneously or sequentially. To set a sequential signing order, click on the Set Signing Order checkbox above the first recipient. The number that appears shows the order in which each recipient will receive the document. Next, it is time to enter in a subject and email message into the envelope settings. The subject is required, and it is what all recipients will receive in their inbox. A best practice is to include the property address and/or the document name into the subject line. The message is optional, but it's a great way to deliver a general message to all recipients. The advanced options are a great way to set up automatic reminders and set an expiration date for those time-sensitive contracts. Finally, after hitting Next, this is where you'll show the recipient where to sign. Drag and drop the fields directly onto the document to guide the recipients through the pages. If you have multiple recipients, such as multiple buyers, make sure to drag a field for each recipient. You can switch which recipient you are placing a field on the document for by selecting the drop-down at the top of the document. Each recipient is color-coded, making it easy to tell who has to sign which field. To edit the fields, click directly onto it, and on the right-hand side, the properties will appear. Once all of the fields have been placed on the document, click Send, and the document will be sent out to the first recipient and/or recipients. For more information, check out our Docusign support site.
I hope that video helped everybody that's been struggling with Docusign. Staying with the topic of documents, next we're going to talk about document storing. Most people have heard of the cloud, so I won't spend too much time here. Cloud document storing will be your best friend in an effort to reduce your paper use. If you're not sure what the cloud is, that's okay, it can be confusing. The simplest definition of the cloud is that it is a global network of servers that sole purpose is to store data. It is encrypted and secure as long as you keep your password to yourself. You can use Dropbox, Google Drive, iCloud, or any other cloud-based storage that you like. Keeping all your documents in here will help keep you organized. You will never lose or misplace a document ever again. You'll be able to access these documents from anywhere in the world on any device. It doesn't even have to be your own computer. All you'll have to do is log into your account and everything will be there for you. The folder system makes it really easy to find anything you're looking for in a timely manner, and you can easily share any document with the press of a button. The next app I'm going to show you is one for anybody that likes to write notes, and I know probably a lot of you take notes. Evernote is an app that allows you to keep all your notes in one place. This app is really cool because you can create different notebooks for different topics. For example, you could have a notebook for every single client and property, or you could have one notebook that has all your client notes in it and one notebook that has all your property notes in it. You can also have notebooks that keep ideas and inspiration. The options are endless. You can also share your notebooks with other people. This will come in really handy for anyone that works on a team. If one person has a meeting with a client, they can record the notes in the notebook and then share the notebook with the other team members. This way everyone's always on the same page and nobody is confused. Sometimes the situation will call for handwritten notes. No one is saying you have to be digital 100% of the time. With Evernote, you can also scan in any handwritten documents and store them in the appropriate notebook. So again, if you're on a team, you could write handwritten notes and then you can scan it in and you can share it with everybody on your team. Note apps aren't just for notes. With Evernote, you can also save receipts, photos for inspiration or reference, and business cards. Saving everything in one place will help you find it when you need it. If you like the idea of scanning in business cards, but you don't really think you need the rest of Evernote, there's a couple of tools out there that you can use. My favorite one is called Cards. It's a great tool because it saves business cards straight into your contact book. Here's an example of how it works. So first thing you're going to do is select the app, and then all your business cards will be in there. So all you have to do now is press the little camera button at the bottom and put your business card on something that has a contrast to the card because it's going to try and find the edges. Then it will scan in. It's going to ask you whether you would like to allow it to upload to your contacts, so say yes. All the information should be put in there. If anything's wrong, because it misread your card, you can easily just type and change it. And then once you're happy with the way everything looks, you can hit save. For me, I had to allow it to auto-save for next time, so you can allow that if it prompts you, and then hit save. And now my business card is saved. And so what I did after that was I just wanted to go in and show you that it did save straight into my contacts. So I got out of Cards and then went into my phone, and now I'm just gonna go find myself because it was my business card that I scanned. So we'll just go down to M. All right, and Brooke Matthews, there I am. And if you see, everything that was on my business card is now put into my contact book. And that's how you use Cards, nice and easy. All right, so now that we're done with notes and business cards, we're gonna go into some lead generation for open houses. Open houses are great places to meet potential clients, even if the house you're showing isn't right for them. Using an iPad or tablet app makes collecting leads a breeze. The app pictured here is called Open Home Pro, but there are countless apps out there that do the exact same thing. These apps look beautiful and professional. They'll help you capture leads without having to manually input them into your phone or into your CRM later. Many of them also offer automated follow-up emails, which you can sign up for, and they'll email all the people that came to your open house to keep you front of their mind. Many of these apps are paid accounts. If you wanted to use the free versions, most of the times you can't change the logos or the layout. So it depends on whether it looks like something you want to have at your open house. But one cool app you can use that is free connects to a MailChimp account. So you'd have to have MailChimp for this to work, but you can easily just sign up for a free account. And then you need to download the app called MailChimp Subscribe. This app will allow you to create forms that will send your leads directly into that MailChimp account that you've created. It is a really great tool for collecting emails and phone numbers. I really like this one too because you can add different questions into the form and you can make them required for people to fill out, or you can make it just optional. So you could add questions like, what kind of home are you looking for? How soon are you looking to move? What's your dream neighborhood? Or anything else you can think of that might help you in aiding these people later to purchase or sell a home. If you're interested in MailChimp Subscribe and you need a little bit more help, or you want to see how it works, let me know, and I can always help you out with that. I have used it a couple times in the past, and it's a really great tool. Millennials love having apps and technology available at open houses. So if you're showing a home that might interest millennials, this will be key in capturing their information. On the opposite side of that, you may also have visitors that don't really like technology, and apps will scare them away. So while I am recommending that you have a tablet with an app available at an open house, I would also recommend that you have a few paper sign-in sheets just for those people that would prefer that. You can always scan the paper into your Evernote app after and save it online. Today I have given you an overview of how to transition from paper to paperless with your business. We are not suggesting that you get rid of paper 100%. There's definitely a time and a place for that trusty hard copy, but having access to your work wherever you are will save you both time and money. If you want to learn more about anything I shared here in this webinar, please comment or email Brooke, which is BROOKE, @sutton.com. Thank you for listening to another Sutton Group Realty Services webinar. We hope you enjoyed it. Please keep an eye out for the follow-up email that will include a link to a survey and links to all the services that I mentioned in this webinar. If you would like to see something in our next webinar, please fill out the survey or email me at brooke@sutton.com. We always love to read your comments and suggestions. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.